WDTN, the station that's working for you. This is 2 News Now.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you so much for starting your week off with me. And thank you for joining me here on 2 News Now. I am your host, Alexis Bellamy, joined by 2 News anchor Kayla Michael. And we are starting things out today with breaking news this morning. Listen to this. So we know that in the last hour, lawyers representing Haitians living under temporary protected status have filed a response to the Trump administration's appeal to keep the termination of that status in effect, Caleb.
Yeah, this all comes just days after a U.S. District Court Judge Anna Reyes ruled in favor of keeping the protection order in place for some 350,000 Haitians in the country, including about 15,000 in the city of Springfield up in Clark County. Lawyers for TPS holders argued that a termination to the status would be harmful for those Haitians under the protective status, but the Trump administration now has until Thursday, February 19th, to respond.
And we will have more information on that breaking story coming up later today on WDTN at 4. But for now, we are going to just take a closer look at weather this morning. I know when some of you guys got up, maybe it looked like, I don't know, London-y outside, very overseas. Yeah. But we're in a fog advisory, and it should be actually wearing off just about now. So to tell us a little more, Cameron was shaking his head like, no, it's not going away.
I'm just excited.
For the fog?
Yeah. Well, I'm just hyper today, so.
Okay, to tell us more about this fog advisory in place, Storm Team 2 meteorologist Cameron Saliga. Cameron, so is the fog moving out or staying with us? What's going to happen?
Well, right now we have a lot of cloud cover in the Miami Valley, so that is preventing the sun from getting down into the surface and allowing for that fog to dissipate. So we're going to see that here for the next hour or so. It should come to an end as we head into the middle of the day as we start to see some clearer skies, but has persisted through the morning hours. This is not a typical fog. Usually whenever you have fog, it dissipates at about 9, 10 a.m., but obviously the cloud cover has not allowed for that here as we've gone through the daytime. And as we look at the next slide, it's not loading, but we are in that extreme or that dense fog advisory here as we go into the morning hours. That is going to come to an end as we go into the 11 a.m. hour. Outside right now, we are staying dry as we go through the daytime, and we are going to stay dry as we go through the afternoon as well. But we are tracking some warmer temperatures here on the way, even the 60s. I'll have that coming up on the complete Storm Team 2 forecast.
Did I hear you say the 60s? That can't be right.
Yeah, there's going to be multiple days in the 60s. That's why I took off on Wednesday.
Is that why you specifically took off on Wednesday? I'm looking forward to the 60s. Anything other than what we've been seeing for the past couple of days? Actually, it has been nice. It has been nice, minus the rain.
Well, Alexis, what you're going to learn is there's about 10 seasons in Ohio, and we're about to experience fake spring.
That can't
don't
be right.
hold on.
Hold
next
on.
Next week we're going to. It looks like we could be below average. So.
Well, I'm from Virginia. We have weird seasons over there too, several. But I can't wait to see what Ohio has.
Yeah,
to
that's
offer.
one of my
Okay.
soapboxes when people are like, "Oh, it's Ohio weather." It's like, no, it's pretty much all around.
Yeah, Caleb.
Everyone experiences the same thing.
See, but I'll give Ohio weather a chance.
Not
Thank
California.
you, Cameron. We'll check back with you in just a few, not California. All right, we are now moving ahead to your top 5 stories of the day here, and we're actually following up on a developing story this morning that has left several parts of the community just in shock. Listen to this. A 37-year-old woman is dead after reports of an early morning burglary. Police are still actively looking for a suspect today. It happened on Cunningham Court just after 2:30 this morning. Tip City police say that 37-year-old Ashley Flynn was home with her family at the time of the burglary. And now, 2 News reporter Morgan Anderson is actually in Tip City right now, and she's going to have more information for us on exactly what police are doing, how this investigation is going in just a few minutes.
Officials are continuing to investigate a shots fired call from Harrison Township on Sunday morning. That's when a woman told dispatchers that her son was assaulted. Take a listen.
What's going on?
Someone just pulled up and hit my son in the face with a gun.
Okay. Do you know who it was?
It was his girlfriend's grandmother.
So police went to Willow Walk about 6 a.m. that morning, finding a man claiming he had an argument with his girlfriend over social media. That argument then turned physical. That's when family members got involved when they came to pick up the girl. Police say both parties got into a fight. They both had guns. That's when shots were fired towards family members, but no one was hit. The man was arrested afterwards and is now facing multiple charges pending approval.
And staying on that same beat, the governor's office announced 9 people were arrested in Dayton as part of a violent crime reduction operation. Now, Dayton police and the Ohio State Highway Patrol partnered in this operation. So the agencies made 9 felony arrest, confiscated drugs, and 3 illegal firearms, they say, as well as recovered a stolen vehicle. Governor Mike DeWine's Violent Crime Reduction Initiative has helped make more than 40 arrests and recover 30 illegal firearms across Ohio since the start of this year.
This morning, we have the 911 calls after shots were fired near a Dayton bar and grill. A man says he's sick of these shootings near his home. Officials first received calls of shots fired about 10:30 Friday night on Catalpa Drive. Our crew says they saw several Dayton police cruisers at the Front Row Bar and Grill. We're still working to learn more information.
And big changes coming to Jefferson Township. Apparently, spending deficits are causing a Montgomery County school district to scale back on some of its busing services. At the start of the next school year, listen to this, Jefferson Township local schools say they will be adopting the state's minimum transportation requirements. So what does that mean? That means no transportation will be provided to the high school and will only be provided to kindergarten through 8th grade students who live more than 2 miles away from the school. So those are the parameters. The superintendent says the district's been operating in the deficit spending for the last several years, apparently. And Jefferson Township schools have a 1.25% income levy on the ballot for May, but district officials say that's not enough to keep transportation as it is. So that is a big story. We'll be following up for more there, but it's 11:06. It is time now to look at that, react to that question for this morning. A good one, if I can say so myself. I actually think they're all really great ones. Actually, before we get into this one, the last time we spoke about react to that, I was asking about your Valentine's Day plans. And I meant to say this when we talked about the question. I actually was not going to ask about Valentine's Day plans. I was going to ask about Bridgerton characters. My producer, Alex, came up with the question to ask you guys about Valentine's Day plans. So I had to get that off. He did a great job on that question. I didn't say it on Friday, and I wanted to, but good job for Alex. I hope you guys all had a great Valentine's Day. Caleb, what did you do?
I went to sleep at 9:30.
Okay.
And got a full 9 hours. So come
Wow.
on, somebody. Got up the next day and went about my day. What did you do?
Good for you. I had a great Valentine's Day. I really enjoyed myself. I wasn't asleep as early as you were, but still had a good time.
All right.
Okay, so let's get into this react to that question for this morning. I want to know, if you guys could have dinner with a celebrity, who would it be and why? I always have to know why. Please explain your answers.
All right. What's yours?
I have to go. Okay, I guess I should go first. Okay, I said Kimora Lee Simmons. I think she's in here
That's
somewhere.
why she was
Yes,
in this.
that's
I
why
was
she's
like, that's a very
There she
random
is!
pool. Okay.
What, she's random? Excuse me?
Why Kimora Lee?
I've loved Kimora Lee Simmons. My family can attest to this since forever. I loved Baby Fat or Beyonce. But Kimora Lee Simmons probably first. I just love her energy. I love everything about her. I love she's just boss to me.
Okay.
Always. Okay, now you go.
I said Steph Curry on the morning show, but if I could change that, I would do Denzel. Specifically at this point in his life. He's coming up. He's doing Black Panther 3.
Yeah.
He has a couple more projects he's doing. He said he's calling it quits, but I feel like at this point in life, he could impart some
I missed
very
that. He
good
said he's calling it
wisdom.
quits. He's retiring?
Yeah.
I missed that part.
Yeah, in the next year or so. So I think at this point in his career, he would have
That would
great
be-
knowledge to impart.
Sure.
So I'd like to rock with, the OG Denzel.
Okay. Well, I still want to hear from you guys. Who would you like to have dinner with? What living celebrity? Because apparently that was not clear this morning. What living celebrity would
I
you
agree.
like to have dinner with? Scan the QR code and let me know. But we are turning our heads now to one of our top stories from this morning. Very, very different. A deadly burglary in Tip City. Crews have set up a perimeter earlier this morning as it was happening with drones and canine units, and they are still looking for a suspect. But this morning, we're going to go to 2 News reporter Morgan Anderson, who is there on the ground right now working to learn more about exactly what happened here. Morgan, good morning.
Good morning, guys. But you know what? I will say it is just a very bleak day in the neighborhood. Just truly a tragic accident. We had a burglary essentially gone wrong in this Tip City neighborhood where 37-year-old Ashley Flynn was shot this morning. Now, as we can see right here, the home is taped off. We have the Bureau of Crime Investigation, the crime scene unit right there, as you can see on my screen. We have the Tip City Police, and then, of course, everything taped off. Now, we've been trying to speak to some neighbors. Of course, this did just happen, so it's pretty hard to talk about, so we haven't had anyone on camera yet. But they say truly just a tragedy that you would not expect in very much a cul-de-sac neighborhood like this. So we're working to learn more, but of course, just very, very sad.
Morgan, we see the crime scene tape investigators on scene. Have you been able to talk to police and learn anything new at this time?
At At this time, we know about is just as much as everyone else. We know that officers responded around 2:30 a.m. However, when they did arrive, they found that the husband of the victim was walking out with their 2 children, visibly upset. And of course, they were getting picked up by some family. Again, we know just as much about as everyone else as the crime scene unit is getting inside. They cannot share when the coroner will be arriving. We have talked to some folks that one folks said on their Ring doorbell camera at about 1:40 a.m. they did see a car pull into their driveway. And if we know anything about this timeline, officers responded at 2:30. So we're working to put those pieces of the puzzle together. Some neighbors say this is not the kind of neighborhood where you pull into someone's driveway to turn around, as this is a through street. There's just no need to pull into people's driveways. So we're working to learn more as to who the suspect is. Right now, there are no answers to that.
All right, Morgan, thank you so much for sharing what you know so far. And again, we know this is a developing story. It has shocked so many people, and we'll make sure to stay with that and look for what more you learned today at First at 4. Thank you so much. Okay, before we head to break, we have a bit of an update for you in the search for Nancy Guthrie. There are new developments in that investigation, including a glove containing DNA that was found just a couple of miles away from her Arizona home. And according to the FBI, it appears to match those worn by a masked person who was outside of her house the night she disappeared. There she is there. She was last seen at her Arizona home on January 31st and was reported missing the following day. And alleged ransom notes were sent to several news outlets, but 2 deadlines for paying have already passed. So we will continue to keep you updated as those updates become available in this. Very important. It is 11:11 now. We are going to take a quick break. On the other side of it, we have a longer look at weather and some exciting news coming out of Wright State today. Don't go away.
2 News Now, brought to you by Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, I'm Dan, the owner of Universal Windows Direct of Dayton. This is Bowie. He's been sniffing out the coolest winter deals for you. For a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Get $250 off for patio doors and entry doors, $1,500 off for roofing, and $2,000 off for siding. Plus this week, 24 months interest-free financing for all products. Keep the cold out and the savings in. Give us a call now.
Windows Direct.
Welcome back, everybody. We are jumping right into that medal count. The 2026 Winter Olympics are underway. Ooh, and look how we are doing. Okay, starting at the top. Norway is in the lead. They have 12 gold medals, you guys, with a total of 27. Italy is in second place so far. 8 gold medals, 22 total. The Netherlands have moved up some. They are in third place with 6 and a total of 12. And then here we are, the U.S., 4th place, 5 medals and 17 total. And finally, Sweden. They also have 5, but they have 11 in total. We are just getting up there. We are looking ahead. We have a little bit of time left, so we will see what happens.
You know, let me just say,
Okay.
over on the topic.
Okay.
Oh, you don't sound so
No, please,
pleased about
please.
it. I know. I love the Olympics. I go hard. I have never been more into curling.
The controversies.
Slalom, the controversies
I knew that was
around
coming from
it.
Cameron.
If people are cheating,
The Canadians
and stuff.
cheating.
Yeah, I mean,
Those are
look,
some heavy
I'm locked in.
allegations
This
y'all
is
are
how I feel in the
throwing.
Summer Olympics during table tennis. I'm like,
I'm
give it to
learning new
me.
things. Wow.
Yeah. The
Okay.
Winter Olympics, I'm excited. You know, the men's and women's USA hockey team.
Mm-hmm.
The women are the semis. They're doing good. Good things are happening.
Cameron, you said, what are you most excited about?
Well, I like the luge skeleton and stuff,
The
but
luge.
Illy was
Okay.
really cool to watch. Obviously, it was a disappointment in his last figure skating
Yeah,
event.
you hate to see that.
Okay, well, we have any type of weather where we want to be outside trying to get on? I guess, no, we should never be trying to do that.
Ooh, look at
outside.
that record.
Well, I mean, it is a little bit too warm for ice skating
Good.
here as we go
Great.
through the daytime today, but
That is a record,
we
though.
are
Look
going to
at
see
that.
colder temperatures return. Obviously, we're still in winter here in the Miami Valley. 48 degrees, though, yesterday for the high. That is about 7 degrees above normal, and the low 33 is also well above average. Precip about a half an inch at the Dayton International Airport. That came yesterday in the morning hours. Now, tomorrow we could see some fog as well as we go into the morning hours. Doesn't look as dense as what we have here going into the morning here. And as you can see outside, still very foggy in the Miami Valley, seeing a cloud deck that has not allowed for the sun to really penetrate that and get the fog out of here. So we're going to continue to see that here for at least the next hour. Could even see it a little bit longer into the afternoon, but it should be coming to an end into the afternoon when we start to see the clouds clearing. 37 degrees currently here in Dayton. South winds at 8 miles per hour. The dew point at 36. So it is very moist outside and humidity at 96%. We'll continue to see that fog as we head into the middle of the day. There's going to be a lot of cloud cover as well, but we will see some breaks in that will help to break up that fog. Outside right now, we do, again, you can see the cloud cover on satellite radar, but high pressure building in, just a lot of cloud cover in the Buckeye State at the moment. And as we go through future track, we are going to continue to see some of that clouds going into the afternoon hours. Going overnight, we will see a few clouds as well, mostly cloudy at times. There will be some clear times as well, but for the most part, it's going to be a cloudy one. And that continues into the daytime tomorrow. Should be staying dry into your Tuesday, but we are tracking the chance for some rain into the middle of the week. The high today, about 54 degrees. We'll have dense fog continue for the next hour or so. Overnight, dropping down to about 36 degrees. Some patchy fog possible and mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, 57 degrees will be your high. Some areas could even reach 60 degrees tomorrow, but it is going to be a good day to get outside. It's going to continue to be a cloudy one. 7-day forecast, breezy on Wednesday as that system moves through. 67 degrees though, so hopefully it's a little bit on the drier side. I'm trying to go golfing in the middle of the week here. 66 on Thursday. Could see some rain as we go into the afternoon hours, and then we start to cool down, so don't get used to the warmth. Obviously, we're still in February. It's nowhere near done.
It's
with
fall,
winter.
spring. Here it is.
Okay, wait, Cameron, you said you're going golfing. Where? My dad golfs.
I have no idea. Maybe Jasper Hills. That's my go-to usually.
Okay,
No.
I need to know
about
that.
Yankee Trace too. I know Jack plays there.
Oh, okay. Look at some golfers
It's
over
close.
here.
It's close in Centerville. So
Okay, good to know. Thank you, Cameron. We're looking forward to that, except for Sunday where it looks snowy and sad.
Okay, well, SpaceX enthusiasts gathered in Santa Barbara County, California to witness the launch of the Falcon 9 from Vandenberg Space Force Base on Saturday, February 14th. The company launched 24 Starlink satellites to low Earth orbit and said there's a possibility that residents of Santa Barbara, San Luis Obispo, and Ventura counties may have heard one of our more sonic booms during the launch.
And look at that.
This
It
video was
just
taken by an
disappears.
ex-user showing the moments of the launch as the rocket blasted off the launch pad, leaving a large cloud of smoke. Look at that with
That
the
looks
sunset in the
crazy.
background. I mean, wow.
I just like seeing it just literally just disappeared into the clouds.
You know what state that is?
Okay, go ahead. You proud? You feeling extra proud?
California. I just wanted to point it out.
I'm very proud of you in your home state. Look at that. No, that is really neat. Okay, but actually, while we are staying on the subject, why are we talking about this amazing SpaceX launch? You guys, listen to this. Wright State University, they've announced that students there will actually get to work hand in hand with the U.S. Space Command. That just was announced not too long ago. Wright State was actually selected for full membership in that academic enterprise not too long ago. And here to tell us a little bit more about, one, what that means for the school, as well as what that means for the state and surrounding communities, is Dr. Honor. He's with the Dean of College of Engineering and Computer Science with Wright State University. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Will you break down this new program and how it will essentially impact students?
Sure. So the Space Force is in charge of all the execution of military operations in space. So we're teaming with them, developing an external relationship so that we know what internships are looking for, what expertises they're looking for. And, we have many things space related here in Ohio between NASA, Glenn, the Air Force Research Lab, the National Space Intelligence Center. And so those are the folks that we have partnerships with. And so we're interested in knowing what they need so we can prepare our students to go further and have those internships and experiences, not just inside the classroom, but outside the classroom.
Dr. Honor, I'm curious, what does this do in terms of recruitment for one and getting students to come to Wright State, but also then in the application and how you all are advising professors to help the students get to where they want to be?
So it's always huge for recruitment, right? Because parents and students want to know that there's jobs awaiting them upon graduation. And, there's a lot of jobs in space. It's roughly a $600 billion industry today, projected to go 1.8 trillion by 2035. So it's a growing industry, and you have to have those external relationships to know, okay, what are the skills, the engineering, the computer science, but even beyond my college, what other things are needed to support the workforce so that, we know what that talent pipeline requirement is. And so parents are interested in that. students are interested in that, and it also reflects within our curriculum of what we teach. And so these types of relationships are really taking the college forward as well as the university.
And the program coming to Wright State also represents something really big, a really large milestone as far as the state goes. Is that right?
Yes, I mean, so we're one of 3 entities, universities in the state. Air Force Institute of Technology on the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base has been a member for many years. Ohio State and Wright State are the newest members of this consortium of about 89 colleges out of the 5,300 that are in the U.S. So, it's pretty selective, and we're proud to have been selected as members.
Absolutely. All right, Dr. Honor, thank you so much for the time and letting us learn more about this. We're going to hope to see some Wright State Raiders, out in space here very soon.
Thank you. Go Raiders.
Thank you so much. It's time now, 11:22. When we get back, we've got to look at those react to that responses. Can't wait to see you guys would like to have dinner with and what's coming up in Living Dayton on the other side. Welcome back, everybody. We are getting right into those react to that responses for this morning. A very fun question, if you ask me. I want to know, which living celebrity would you like to have dinner with? Okay? Very straightforward. So Tara says probably Paul McCartney. If not him, then Keanu Reeves. Okay? Paul has always been a favorite of mine, and I want to see if Keanu is as humble as people say he is. I'm absolutely sure he is. I don't think I've ever heard a bad thing about Keanu Reeves.
John Wick, yeah.
Oh, yeah, John Wick. Who doesn't want to have dinner with John Wick, the John Wick?
Whoa.
Okay.
Depending on the mood he's in, but
Yeah.
Natalie.
Okay, so Dara says, Toni Braxton. She is my favorite. Your favorite singer or your favorite Braxton? Because there is a difference, but your favorite anything is okay. I love some Toni. Finally, Pamela says, Kevin Costner. He has the best laugh and a great smile, and I consider him a great actor. These are some really good ones. I love these. Okay, I love some Kevin Costner. My favorite, The Bodyguard.
I knew you were going to say
Wait,
that.
did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's top. So before we go to see what's coming up in Living Dayton, Emily, you cannot get away. Emily is here to tell us what's coming up in Living Dayton. But first, who is it? Who do you want to have dinner with?
No, just sitting here racking my brain, I'd have to think of one of my favorite movies, which is Man on Fire. So I'd say Denzel Washington.
Oh, you guys.
That's what I said.
Stop. Did you
know Man on Fire?
That's my favorite movie of all time. So, yeah.
Okay.
I have to say, there's so many, but I will say
good answer.
Maybe
Denzel.
We will absolutely take them.
Emily's knowledge of ball. Okay.
Yeah.
Good answer, Emily. Okay. So if we can look ahead to what is coming up in Living Dayton today, so if someone like my parents did not, do well for Valentine's Day and they need a gift, they have somewhere to go to renovate that house. That is a gift. A home renovation is such a gift.
It sure is. And spring is around the corner. So if you're thinking about doing those spring cleaning, those renovations, fixing up the house, maybe some things that happened over the winter that you're like, I've got to get to that. Don't worry, because the Dayton Home and Design Show is going to be here. Actually, Dayton Magazine will be here. They're putting that on.
Nice.
There'll be tons of vendors that you guys can choose from gutter repair to pools and fixtures, everything that you can think of. And they also have some really good deals going on, too. So you want to stop by there. That's coming up next month to check out everything that's going on and help you renovate those homes.
And we are staying toasty in the kitchen today. Something delicious. I'm very excited.
Yes, we are. So Eat Pretty Darling is here. She is so great. She's got some phenomenal recipes that you can do with your kiddos. They're easy. And today we're making sushi. So I'm going to learn how to make a sushi roll.
Sushi.
So I'm very excited for that.
Caleb will be there
you guys
for
gotta stick
that.
around.
Love sushi.
Perfect. Thank you, Emily. Before we go, I want to show you guys something. Over the weekend, you guys, Wilberforce just crushed it with their meat. They hosted Fisk University. We saw all of the compartments. They did tumbling. There was a floor routine. They did beams. I'm trying to find the final score, but they did just absolutely amazing. I was there. The energy was insane. Congratulations to them.
Yes,
That's how
a
we're going
big
to close it. Look at that.
Look,
Woo.
stuck it. There you go.
Alrighty.
girl.
Thanks for joining us today, you guys. We are so happy to have had you. Alexis Bellamy, Caleb Michael, 2 News, Emily, Living Dayton. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.